Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Jessie's Corner. First of all, I want to thank you all for all the love, all the support, your likes, your comments on this channel. I am so grateful. Last time we talked about the weirdest rules that landlords make, all those rules that they give you once you're about to rent the apartment. So today I decided I'm going to let you know some of the tips and pitfalls you need to beware of when you're house hunting, when you're about to get a new apartment. I took out time to do some research and I thought I should share with you guys. And as usual, if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Please also click on personalized notifications so that you'll be the first to get alerts when I post new videos. So let's get into the video. So guys, you're going to notice that I'll be looking down very often. That's because all the points, all the tips I'm going to be giving out to you guys are on my phone. So I'll be looking down to get this point. So let's start. First, you need to look at the budget. What's your budget like? Do you have a budget of like maybe 100k to 500k depending on the size of the apartment you're looking out for? So first you need to outline what your budget is and also know the rate of houses that you're looking for in that particular area. So if you're looking for a 2-bedroom flat and you need to find out what a 2-bedroom flat goes for in the area that you're searching for the house so that you don't get cheated by the house owner, the property owner, then when you finally find the house that you want to move into, you need to identify any work that needs to be done. It could be that the house has plumbing issues. It could be that the fittings, the fixtures in the house need work. Maybe the sink is bad. Maybe the doorknobs or some other things that need to be fixed. So you just need to look around and be sure that you have identified all the places that need to be worked on. It could be that the house has some cracks that need to be worked on. You don't want to be in the house that will finally collapse with you under it. So yes, you need to do your research, you need to do your work and move around the house and look around. Then you need to be as nosy as you can be. Like ask the landlord, ask the agent questions. Where is this way? Why is this way? Are you going to work on this? If you're not going to work on this, please let me carry my bag and be going to another house. Like ask questions, be very nosy. Find out the reason the previous occupant left the house. So you find out that the person that left the house probably did not even complete his rent. Like he didn't stay up to the time the rent was meant to expire, but he just left. And you've seen a beautiful house. Ooh, you're very excited and you want to move in. No, ask, why did that occupant leave the house? And if the person found, maybe person had to relocate because of a job or any other reason that is genuine, fine, you can still move into the house. But if it is because of dissatisfaction from the house, there was something in the house that wasn't working properly and maybe the property owner refused to fix it and the person had to leave, my brother, my sister, run. Then if you can bring like a builder or a professional to help you look around the house. You might not be an expert, so you can bring someone that could help you look around and determine things that need to be worked on, or maybe red flags, things that show that you should not take this house or the house is not for you. What else are we looking at? Cracks. Yeah, I already talked about cracks. If there are cracks in the house, if the property owner decides to fix it and you're sure he's going to fix it, fine. If not, please run. Check the doors and the locks. I once lived in a house that the doors, like almost all the doors in the house, did not lock. Like they had issues with the locks. And of course, you know, security is very important. So if you have a house that the doors are not functioning properly, like they do not lock, or maybe even if you have to lock the door and it makes that very screechy sound, then you know that there's an issue. There's probably going to be an issue. Then check the noise in the area. Is there like a church or mosque? If you live in an area where they have a lot of churches and mosques, man, that's going to be an issue for you. Because where I live currently, the Muslims, there's a mosque very close to my house. So in the morning you just hear them start singing and they use a microphone. It's frustrating. You know that early morning sleep that used to be very sweet, you just hear them shouting and singing, making noise. Then on Fridays, oh no, that's like a no-go area. I just have to lock all my windows. So these are the things you need to be very careful of. You need to be observant. You need to check around to see if you know that there's a church close to your house or a mosque. My sister, my brother, once again I advise you to run. What else do you need to look out for? Yeah, the electrical fittings in the house. You find out that some houses, like many of the electrical sockets are not working, and then they'll tell you, don't worry, we'll change it with time. No, do not wait for them to change it with time. Ensure that they fix all those things before you pack into the apartment. Do not let them deceive you that, oh, don't worry, later I will come back and work on it. Nah, they will not. So hold them down to fix it. If not, take your money and go elsewhere. How about plumbing? Yes, water is very important in every house. If the water is not running, do not move into the house. I repeat, do not move into the house if the water is not running. If they tell you that they will fix it later, it's a lie. They will not fix it, especially if it's a building that has been abandoned for a while and then they decide to work on it and then rent it out. If the plumbing is not working, if the water is not running in the house, and they'll tell you that gradually or with time it will start working, don't believe them. Let them work on it. You need to see the water running before you move into the house. And leakages too. If there are leakages in the house, everything should be fixed before you pack into the house. How about electricity bills or any other bills that may have accrued to the building? Electricity bills are not funny. Most times when the previous tenants pack out, or when they vacate the premises, they do not offset their electricity bills. They just leave it there, and then you, being the innocent new tenant, you pack in, and then the electricity people, providers, just come to your house and tell you, yes, you have a bill to pay, and then you check 1 million something naira inherited bills. Not funny. Many people have run mad because of inherited bills, so you do not want to fall victim to situations like this. So ensure from the property owner that all bills have been settled. Even if they haven't been settled, get the property owner to sign an agreement with you, a written document that he or she will offset the bills, so that they don't, the service providers do not come and hold you and say, oh, since you're the occupant of this house, please, you have to settle the bills. It's usually a very nasty experience. So for this, you need to be careful. Then generally, just ask questions. Are there bushes nearby? Do you have to be scared of snakes or any bush animal or wild animal coming from any bush? You need to know, because you don't want to be in your house and then a snake will come and greet you. And then rats, cockroaches, all those rodents. If you cannot stand them, even if you can stand them, it's not a nice idea to have all those cockroaches, rodents flying around the house, because they can be very destructive. I've lived in the house that had rats, and then you could just buy something and drop it on top of your shelf, and in the next 2 minutes the rat has already opened the thing and started eating. So you do not want to have rats. It's not even healthy for you to have rats and cockroaches running around your house. So these are things you need to watch out for. If the house has a major rat problem, I would advise you not to pack in, because you will spend the rest of your days in that house fighting the rats, trying to keep them away from your food, trying to keep them away from your personal items, and then your house will have this particular smell of rat poo and rat pee. It is not pleasant, because I have experienced it. So if you can avoid it, I mean, why not? I think I've exhausted my list. Yeah, no, I haven't exhausted my list. Neighbors. If you're going to live in a flat that you probably have neighbors in the same premises, you need to be sure that you're very careful to know what they do for a living. It doesn't mean that you need to pry into their personal lives, but just to be sure that you are not living in the same compound with fraudulent people, you need to really do your research. Ask the property owner, please, what kind of people am I living in? What do they do for a living? Very important. Generally, just ask questions about the area. What is obtainable here? Is there security? Is there like an estate gate? Are there fees that need to be paid? Maybe electricity, security, and also waste management. You need to have all these things in place. You need to have this information at your fingertips before you pack into the premises. There may be other tips that I am leaving out, but if you remember any, please drop it down in the comment section. I think I have exhausted my list, and I'll see you in my next video.